on one of the best views you'll find in all of baseball. Downtown Pittsburgh in PNC Park. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Jonathan Neese gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, he just hasn't been able to get anyone out. Hitters are hitting over 300 against him this year. We'll see if something changes in this one.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Eric, we take a look at the Pirates as they take the field here this afternoon. They come in There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. So it's a solo home run here leading off the ball game. 12 home runs for him now thus far, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
Well, I'll tell you, having a guy at the top of the lineup that's capable of doing this, boy, that's a great weapon to have. He jumps all over this ball to lead off the ball game with a solo home run.
Dexter Fowler will take his first cuts now, and after the leadoff home run to start the ball game, does the game plan change at all from a pitching perspective?
Well, I think it's a little bit more of a shock to the system than anything else. You're just not expecting that leadoff guy to be the guy that takes you deep.
But this is yanked down out there at shortstop for the first out. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, of course, you have to like what Anthony Rizzo brings to this offense. He's been a really tough out this year, bringing an on-base percentage over 400 into the game. So I have a feeling he could be a key player in this one when it's all said and done.
Javier Baez digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, we've got the reigning Gold Glove Award winner in left field. Great with outfield assists, covers a lot of ground, and really one of the smartest players at his position.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But another look here at the solo. John Lackey, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, if you take a look at that whip, you can see he's been struggling all year long. A lot of base runners.
Gregory Polanco comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. EK, one-year-old ball clubs, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, they've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
And on top of that, they've already spotted their starter an early lead in this one, so they're going to let their guy work with the lead right away.
Lackey's ready. Here it is on 0-2. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1. Settling in now, Francisco Cervelli. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
That first pitch is going to be key all night long. If he gets ahead early with the fastball, that's when he can get tough to figure out, especially with the arsenal that he has.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. And here's how Clint Hurdle set his Pirates lineup for this one. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, guys, Jung Ho Kang is someone to really pay attention to right now. His on-base percentage is over 400 the last 10 ball games. He's done an excellent job of finding ways to contribute, getting on base, and setting up the guys behind him for run-scoring opportunities.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too. Jorge Soler will stand in for the first time, and he enters with that average in the stratosphere, up over 360 to begin play.
Well, right now, he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, on his way to second now. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
Well, he smokes this ball right here. This is a fastball, and he's right on it. Drives it right into the left center field gap, and he's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double.
High and deep to right center field. Saul going back on it, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. Gone! So it's a 2-run shot to right center, number 14 on the season, and the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, this pitch is just a little bit in, not really a terrible location at all. But if you're sitting on that pitch in that spot, you can certainly do some damage, and he absolutely did some damage right there to the tune of a 2-run shot.
Swung on, and this one's driven in the air as well to deep right field. Gone! Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. Avisail Garcia with a solo home run. And with it, the Cubs have moved out in front now 4-0. Stepping in now, John Lackey. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1.
Feels like he's kind of relied a little too much on that fastball.
And it's gotten him into trouble. I think guys have just gone up there looking for it, and usually they wind up getting it.
Push to the right side. Into a slide, and he makes a great catch for the first out. Miguel Montero will stride forward, currently sitting in 6th place in the race for the National League hitting crown.
Yeah, Matty, he has been having a nice season for sure, but when you look into the numbers a little more closely, he's been scuffling a little bit lately, hitting under 250 over his last 10 games.
Chris Bryant will get a second shot at it now. Remember, he led off the ball game with that home run to get this offense going.
Yeah, they tried to sneak a fastball by him, and he was having none of it. Be interesting to see if they try to go at him again with the Cards.
Oh, and he turns another one around here. And his fine ball game will continue. Give him another home run. So a 2-run shot to left center, his second of the game. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
This guy is as hot as anybody right now. This is his second home run of the ball game, and remember, he had one in his previous game as well. I think I'd approach him a bit more cautiously from here on out.
Back goes Polanco, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. The throw into second, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
Second baseman
Javier Baez stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Action now in that Pirate bullpen as a left-hander starts to heat up down there. Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here. So it's a two-run shot to right center as they've widened this lead to 8 now. Now here's Clint Hurdle out of the Pittsburgh dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. Anthony Rizzo stands in now as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Throw gets him 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder.
Coming to the plate again, Jorge Soler, as he'll bat for the second time in the inning. Oh, and this fastball is belted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. Number 10 for him on the year as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
You want to talk about an offensive explosion? That's 6 home runs as a team so far. I mean, you might get that once a season. The whole lineup's been absolutely dialed in.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. Hit sharply toward the right side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Avisail Garcia stands in again. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, and he jumped all over a first pitch fastball in that at-bat and just drove it right out of here. So
and we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Big inning for him, though. Starling Marte will stride forward to lead it off. And I'd imagine he'll do so with some tired legs after being out in the field for that last half inning.
Yeah, that was a killer. He could probably use a minute or 2 on the bench, but he gets pressed right back into action here.
Hit to third. Bryant is up with it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. John Jaso will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Lackey gets the sign. Here's the 0-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. Strike 2. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit to first. Rizzo is there, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 6th.
Jordy Mercer will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, he's been scuffling through this year, but over the last 10 games he's been good, hitting over 350.
There's Baez, and they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Batting 7th.
Lee Perillo set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Throw over to first by Lackey. Back in standing. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This one's flared toward left center. Calling for it, Soler. And that's the third out. Pirates leave 1. They're down 9-0. Back in Pittsburgh, we get a shot from the city across the Monongahela River. Try to say that 10 times fast. John Lackey is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it. Not too happy about that decision down there at first base. We're going to check it out again here on show motion. Boy, that is a tight call. You know, one way or another, someone wasn't going to be happy about that.
Swing, and he puts a charge into this one, high and deep, and you can't forget about it. This ball is gone. Miguel Montero, a solo home run. Number 13 for him on the year as they just continue to pour it on here.
For the Cubs, third baseman.
Into the windup and the pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs, really put his guys on his back and carried them to the victory.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Chicago.
Diamondbacks 12-5. The Atlanta Braves put together 10 hits total as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 6-3. The Colorado Rockies knocked out 12 hits as a team as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 4-1. The Rays snapped a 9-game losing streak as they got the best of the Dodgers at home 4-3. The Blue Jays launched 3 home runs as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 5-3. The New York Yankees got 11 overall hits as they beat the O's in Baltimore 7-4. Martin Perez got the win as he went the distance as the Bo Sox took down the White Sox 3-1. The Tigers knocked out 10 hits as a team as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 8-2. Edinson Volquez earned his first victory of the season, helping lead Kansas City over the Nationals